I got a Reddit post today. Check out this title. How do I stop thinking so much about finding a girlfriend? And no girlfriend mindset makes me feel worthless and unmanly. This is a good one, y'all. Let's unpack this and talk about it. Stick around. How do I stop thinking so much about finding a girlfriend? And no girlfriend mindset makes me feel worthless and unmanly. What's the solution? What can I do about it? I'm tired of repeating the same actions and nothing working. Tired of posting on Reddit or searching for knowledge on the internet about all these issues. I want to do something. It's like I dedicate my entire life to finding a girlfriend or a relationship. I'm 23 and 3 years in college with no girlfriend or any girl ever interested in me. And this makes me think that I'm boring or uninteresting or unimportant or invisible. I'm jealous of other guys who get looked at by others or get paid attention to. What do they have that I don't? I know I'm desperate, perhaps trying to fill a void or use people as a vehicle for self esteem and self worth. So I'm not blaming the girls. Why would they want a guy who just wants a relationship and doesn't care about who they are? The problem is because I'm so focused on their approval, validation, attention, recognition of me that I never tried to get to know them, even though I have no idea how. I don't know what effort is good enough for them to care. I never try to get to know them and they don't get to know me. Always trying to keep them happy, be funny, be a clown for their entertainment, lowering my value to raise theirs. I think all of this is not genuine and it's just me trying to get a goal. I'm just tired of all of this, tired of knowing my problems and not knowing what to do about them or make changes or take actions. It's like I'm always flight or fight mode, where I let others' reactions dictate my worth, always putting up a performance for others so they like me or think I'm good enough. I don't know how to make friends, or when I try, it's always one sided. Always me chasing, always me starting conversations, even though I'm not good at them, but I'm trying to get better. I want to have friends where I'm not always chasing, not always starting conversations or trying to keep them from leaving. And I think I'm so desperate because I'm afraid of rejection or abandonment and loneliness. I'm trying not to be a better version, excuse me, I'm trying to be a better version of myself. I have quit corn for good, trying to get control of addictions like fapping. Side note, I looked that up. Fapping is gratification. TV shows, food, internet, social media, approval, addictions. Going to the gym and I'm trying to get better at soccer. I just want to be better, improve myself. I'm tired of being at the rock bottom. This is going to be a really good conversation we're going to have, okay, you guys? Now, there's going to be about 3 points I want to make in here, okay? But first, I would like to start off by thanking this young man. He's 23 years old and he is transparent, and that is unique to find. I love his candor and I love how forthright he is about himself. He didn't blame anybody else. He was like, what is it about me? What is it I got to do? Kudos. Kudos to this young man in this post, okay? But another thing I would like to be able to share with them is that one of the things you have to remember, if nobody's ever told you, is that you are your greatest investment. Okay? You are. You always want to pour into yourself. You are your greatest foundation. With a shaky foundation, how can you build anything strong on it? So I would say to this young man, know thyself. Learn who you are as a person. Okay? This is one of the things that a lot of parents don't teach their children because a lot of them don't know. They don't tell you to learn to know who you are. When you teach a child to know who they are, one of the things a bully can't do is affect that child. And let me tell you, I have seen it time and time again where a lot of these children
are not affected when their parents have a um, a really strong, we have set a strong foundation for them by teaching these children to know thyself and to love thyself. And that brings me to my second point. Love of self is extremely important. Okay, in order to know thyself, you have to love you. They actually go hand in hand. Okay, you have to understand that if you do not love yourself, how can you love anyone else or anything else? It is impossible. So you have to put a lot of time in knowing you, which is going to take you into what I call hermit mode, which means that young man is going to have to take out time for himself to find out who he is. He's taking all of the energy from within himself and giving it to so many people. He wants to please these women. He wants to get their attention. He wants to know why not him. Everything is going outside of him and he's not pouring within him. So he needs to go into hermit mode, as I call it, and he needs to explore him. What is his strengths? What are his weaknesses? He needs to find a way to motivate him, which takes right here into the mind. He needs to rewire the way he see himself and the world. Okay? So the third thing I will say um, is he needs to learn and understand trauma. A lot of um, the situations we're seeing today on the planet with people, all the chaos and the craziness is trauma that people have experienced throughout their lives, starting at a young age. A lot of what you're seeing are people playing out their traumas consciously and subconsciously. They're not aware of it. Okay, I will implore you, anyone who's watching this, to study the subconscious. Okay, I put in my previous video, I talked about Dr. Joseph Murphy. Okay, his book, The Language of the Subconscious Mind. That is the what they call the doer. Okay, whatever you feed into you, that is what's going to play out, and you're not going to even be conscious of why you're doing it. Okay, so I always want to tell people to really, really, really start studying who we are as the human race. It's very important to know who you are. Okay, that's why I talked about know thyself and love thyself, and setting that foundation of you investing in you. That is extremely important. Okay, now your traumas are typically things that have happened to you since you was a child. Okay, that's one of the things that again, our parents, and I'm not blaming the parents, a lot of them don't know, and a lot of them still trying to deal with their traumas. Okay, so I'm not blaming, and I understand. Okay, that I found myself having to work on myself. Okay, and your traumas is what's blocking you from seeing a lot of the issues that you're projecting onto the world. Okay, so with this young man, I would tell him to sit back and take time out and go back in your mind's eye and think about the earliest memories you had as a child, and then move upward to figure out, or to kind of highlight your remember your traumas, everything that you went through that caused you pain, and sit in it and deal with it. Don't run from it, deal with it. Okay, because you have to release the trauma. It's something that happened that caused you to see yourself the way you are. Low self esteem, low self worth, low self value, low self confidence falls under the umbrella of a lack of self love. So something happened to get you there, and that's what you have to figure out. Okay? Think of it like this: when you have an infection, let's say a mild infection in your body, symptoms are going to show fever, headache, aches, sore throat, whatever the case may be. You're going to see those play out outside of you. Okay? Okay? That means something internally is going on that's off balance, the infection. So you need an antibiotic that you're going to take to get rid of those symptoms. So if you're having low self esteem, low self confidence, low self worth, there's something going on that's off balance, and you have to go within to figure that out and unearth it, look at it, unpack it, and release it. Once he start doing that, he's going to find a different light about himself. The sun is coming out. A different light about himself, and he's going to attract and draw the law of attraction, the right person to him, and his entire life will change. I can guarantee you. Okay. I would also suggest that he read the book, Tony Robbins, the Unlimited Power. Okay, I read that in my early 20s. Let me tell you something. That changed my way of thinking also. Even in my 20s, I started looking at things a little differently also. So I would strongly suggest that. And also, Awakening the Giant Within, also by Tony Robbins, was a good book. And it all concentrate about you, the person, us, our greatest foundation. Okay, so for that young man, I would suggest that he invest in himself, take time to himself, even if it's a year. Okay, um, work on getting rid of a lot of the addictions that he talked about, and work on self love and his traumas. Okay. He can even, if he needs to, talk to a counselor to help unpack that. Or he can do what they call the shadow work himself. Okay. Whatever he feels is best for him. But invest in yourself. That's what I tell everybody. Empowerment. Invest in you. You are your greatest investment. Okay. So please like, subscribe, comment. Okay. I got another story I'm working on that I'm going to put out either today or tomorrow. Okay. And it's a good one. And I'm also going to give my commentary on that and see where all that go. Okay. Thank you guys for stopping by. I wanted to shoot outside. It was an overcast. The sun is trying to come out. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm here. So thank you guys, and you all have a nice day.